The Egg and I, 80 years later, what happens next? In 1945, Betty MacDonald married a Marine and moved to a small chicken farm on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington state. No running water, no electricity, and no prior experience on a farm. Betty decided to write The Egg and I as a semi-fictional, heartwarming, and uproarious account of adventure and survival on an American farm. Little known is that Ma and Pa Kettle first appeared in this book. That year, the average price of eggs nationwide was 58 cents a dozen. If you shopped at A&P, you could save even more. Fast forward 80 years, and here in California, the price of grade A large eggs are $7.99 a dozen. And if you go for cage-free, it's $11.89 a dozen at the time of this writing. There are also limits nationwide depending on the retailer. These restrictions are intended to prevent panic buying and ensure equitable distribution, but they also frustrate customers who rely on eggs as a staple food, especially the over 40 million people on SNAP programs who rely on eggs as their primary source of protein. The lack of protein can result in weakness, hair loss, frequent illnesses, swelling, muscle loss, joint pain, and mood changes. Iconic chains like Waffle House are upcharging 50 cents extra per egg. Other restaurants are bound to follow. Some restaurants are actually removing egg dishes altogether until this is all over. The year 2025 will be remembered as a pivotal moment in the food industry, marked by the widespread impact of a severe bird flu epidemic. This outbreak has not only devastated poultry populations, more than 100 million birds had to be culled, but also disrupted supply chains, driven up prices, forced grocery stores and restaurants and CPG companies that use eggs in their recipes to implement drastic measures to manage shortages, and most of all, is frightening consumers. This latest round of bird flu has sent shockwaves through the food system as it's migrated from wild birds to chickens and wild turkeys to ducks, cattle, where at least 446 dairy herds in 15 states have been affected, found in raw milk, and to people, leaving consumers scrambling to adapt and raising urgent questions about how regulatory agencies like the FDA, USDA, and CDC can better control and mitigate such crises in the future. According to the USDA, over 20% of the U.S. egg-laying hen population is affected as of now, causing a significant drop in egg production. From the time a chicken is hatched, it takes 18 weeks until they start laying eggs. And the average healthy laying hen lays 4 to 6 eggs a week. So prices are going to stay high for a while in order to make up the loss of eggs from those 100 million culled birds. Now that's about 26 billion eggs, to put it in perspective. The epidemic has also highlighted vulnerabilities in the food system, in particular the concentration of poultry production in large-scale farms. While these operations are efficient, they're also more susceptible to disease outbreaks, as the virus can spread quickly in densely populated facilities. If they find just one bird infected, the entire flock has to be destroyed. In response to rising prices and limited availability, many consumers have turned to egg alternatives. Sales of plant-based egg products, such as those made from mung beans or chickpeas, have surged as shoppers seek affordable and sustainable options. Brands like Just Egg and Follow Your Heart have reported record sales during this period, signaling a potential long-term shift in consumer preferences. The psychological impact of the crisis cannot be overlooked either. For many, the sight of empty egg shelves and higher prices has been a stark reminder of supermarkets during the pandemic and the fragility of our food system. While the U.S. has faced significant challenges in managing the bird flu epidemic, other countries, not so much. In the Netherlands, a major poultry producer, they have implemented a robust biosecurity system that includes mandatory vaccination and strict quarantine measures. The country has been able to contain bird flu outbreaks with minimal disruption. Japan has invested heavily in early detection and rapid response capabilities, using advanced diagnostic kits to identify and isolate infected flocks quickly. We need to learn, and quickly, from these countries' efforts to work to strengthen the resilience of the U.S. food system.